Variation. Traits naturally vary within a population. It may be physical characteristics or personal behavior, mostly inherited. Competition. Resources in nature are limited. These resources are essential in sustaining life and reproducing, and hence individuals within a population struggle to access them. Differential reproduction. Those individuals with some favorable characteristics tend to prevail in adverse situations, and thus their genetic features will be passed on to their descendants. Adaptation. After many generations, this positive tendency becomes popular, which means that it increases the chances for the survival and reproduction. Adaptation of this practice involves this process. Natural selection. A kind of selective pressure by the environment, which chooses specific traits at the expense of other ones. There are many traits that enhance fitness in specific environments, and these gain more dominance. Speciation. These accumulated gradual changes in characteristics over long durations may give rise to different species. This is how evolution occurs. The Darwin-Wallace theory. Alfred Russell. Wallace created a theory of natural selection quite similar to Darwin's, yet at a different time. In 1858, they both read their papers to the mutual credit on evolutionary theory. Darwin's finches. In the course of his voyage in the HMS Beagle, Darwin analyzed different kinds of finches in the Galapagos Island. From the study of these finches, he was able to derive important evidences that supported his theory of evolution and natural selection. Pangenesis theory. In the wake of his theory of evolution, Darwin came up with another hypothesis, known as pangenesis, which postulated that particles called gemmules passed on genetic information from different parts of the body to the reproductive cells. This idea is no longer relevant. Darwin's personal struggles. Darwin suffered from numerous illnesses, such as recurrent illnesses and chronic anxiety. Critics also questioned the validity of his theory, as well as raised other religious controversies that affected him not only mentally but physically too. Influential books, Darwin's books, especially On the Origin of Species and The Descent of Man, played an important role in biology and anthropology. His work established many issues about the natural world and humanity still being debated today. Darwin's delay in publishing. Despite inventing the theory of evolution through natural selection in 1838, Darwin delayed publishing On the Origin of Species until 1859 due to fear of opposition. Human evolution. In his Descent of Man, Darwin provided scientific arguments on how humans evolved through a branch of primate species. He also posited that some characteristics were influenced by sexual choice as well. Transmutation of species. The theory of transmutation of species was regarded a heresy in the early 19th century. The beliefs held by scientists and religions during Darwin's time were disputed by his work. The Wedgwood family. Darwin had 10 children in his own wedding, with his first cousin Emma Wedgwood. He was concerned about inbreeding, which made him focus on studying heredity and genetics. Legacy of Darwin. The impact of Charles. Darwin as a scientist ranks among the greatest of all times. The theory of evolution through natural selection has been the major pillar of modern biology and is still shaping our perception of life on Earth today.